What's going on, everybody? It's Blaze here. I had this video pretty much recorded and edited, but with the ban of TikTok, I lost my CapCut as well, which is what I do all my editing on. So I said I was going to post every Sunday and be consistent, so I'm not drifting away from that. So I'm here, just sitting in my car. We're just going to yap a little bit about Misfits 20 and some of my thoughts, my initial reactions. Couple of things off the mind. Ty Mitchell versus Tommy Hinch. That was a mismatch. I didn't think it was going to be a mismatch like that, but it definitely was. Ty Mitchell is going to be a problem in the scene. Very sharp, doing the showboating, just was 3 steps ahead of Tommy the entire time. He called out Idris Virgo. Idris publicly ducked him, said he has to fight 3 more times. That is insane. Idris is constantly complaining about not having a fight. Someone calls him out who's going to give him a damn good fight, and I think beats him. But I digress. Whatever. Carla Jade absolutely robbed the shit out of Melanie Shaw. Melanie Shaw won that fight 4-1, in my opinion. I think the judges just did not want a BKFC fighter to have an influencer belt. But I don't get it. I don't understand how many times these judges are gonna rob these fighters until something gets done about it. Mams talked about this new scoring system that was gonna come into play. Where's it at? Where's this scoring system that's never gonna have another fight be a robbery that he was bragging about? I would like to see that. Haven't seen it. I digress again. Also, KSI announces that he's fighting a Wayne Bridges. I guess he used to play soccer. I know absolutely jack shit about soccer, so I don't understand. I know Wayne Bridges has had a fight and he's won, but this is just not a good look. I'm hoping that it's a troll. I'm hoping that KSI is just fucking with everybody, and he was making the jokes about an old man, so now he's just fighting. I don't know. It's a slippery slope, and it's a bunch of bullshit, and I really hope this fight doesn't go through, because I don't know who the fuck a Wayne Bridge is. How is he a big name? He was in the ring doing the WWE shit, saying, I want to fight a big name. Who? Don't get it. I digress. Moving on to my main event, my personal main event. We had Wade Plim go in there and absolutely put on a dominant performance against Mosiah Pinder. But I will say Mosiah Pinder's chin needs to be sent to the lab and studied, because he was eating some of the most crazy shots. And he was doing that. He was just eating them. He kept moving forward, kept bringing the pressure. And I was getting very worried in the later rounds for Wade, because he was obviously completely exhausted. And as I've been in there and been exhausted, it's a whole different ball game. But he powered through. BJ Flores absolutely brought out the best in Wade. He had him absolutely locked in, dialed in. With obviously a debutant's not going to have the best gas tank. It's pretty unheard of to have a phenomenal gas tank in your debut with all the nerves and this, that, and the other. But other than that, he looked sharp. He looked fantastic for a debutant. He looked levels above all these other guys who come in and debut and don't look like they know what a 1-2 is. They don't know what the numbers do. Throw a 2. I don't know what that is. But Wade went from internet critic, doing breakdowns, calling everybody out, talking about form, this, that, and the other. And he came in and put his money where his mouth was. He came in and showed that he can do it. Everything that he talks about and all this, that, and there, he went out there and he put it into fruition. He made it happen. And he was hitting Mosiah with some hard shots, some clean 1-2s, and Mosiah was just eating him. Mosiah had the most wild footwork, Bambi legs. He's built like a moo bar. His skinny ass legs, giant body, and his feet were constantly touching, but he didn't fall. So props to him. He made the fight ugly. He made the fight a dog fight, and he could eat some punches. He looked exactly like Chase Demore did versus Josh Bruckner in his debut. Just absolutely wild. Definitely needs to dial in, get some good training. before he decides to step back in there against someone who knows how to box, you know. But props to Mosiah for stepping in there. Shout out to Wade for putting on a dominant performance, really showing everybody in the Misfits scene, in the boxing scene, how the fuck you do it. Promo, training, coaches. He ticked all the boxes. He checked all the boxes. He made sure that he showed up ready, and all the hard work that he put in paid off. So, fucking hell yeah. Shout out to Wade. W's in the chat. That was cringe, sorry. I'm not editing this, so you're gonna see all the cringe, one take. Here we go. And the main event, Darren Till versus Anthony Taylor. The first, 4 rounds, it was kind of a hard watch. Darren Till was just walking down Anthony Taylor, hitting him with whatever he wanted. Darren Till stopped using footwork, and he was literally standing flat-footed in front of him, bending overhead, like taunting with the head. It was kind of ugly, but then either round 4 or round 5, Anthony Taylor had a second wind and came in, and he was hitting him with some good shots, busted open Darren Till, had him bleeding. But size difference was insane. Anthony Taylor had to come up 20 fights, and that's not something you want to have to do on short notice against a seasoned UFC veteran who's fought the best of the best. He's gone in there with the best of the best in MMA in 4-ounce gloves. So coming into a boxing ring, I didn't see someone smaller like Anthony Taylor really doing anything to Darren Till unless he got super tired and was just being reckless. But props to Anthony Taylor for stepping in there and making it a dogfight. He kept getting back up off the canvas. He kept fighting, but sometimes the body can only take so much, especially getting hit by a bigger guy like Darren Till. A lot of the fights in the beginning were kind of ifs. So Afghan Dan, a little T, of course, there was the injury, so that fight had to get stopped. The start of the card, absolute dog shit. Some Mams has these requirements for people who want to be on Misfits. You have to have a following, but people need to know how to throw a punch. Like, they need to have some kind of experience with throwing punches and taking a punch before you go out there and just put your life on the line against someone who can throw a punch or someone who wants to hurt you. But I digress once again. Misfits 20 happened last night. Solid card. Wade absolutely saved it. He was the only reason I really wanted to watch the card, because Tommy Fury had to pull out versus Darren Till. Otherwise, it was co-main and main event was really the reason I was there. The reason I wanted to watch. I wasn't there. I'm fucking at my home in Texas. But it's the reason I was watching. So, again, shout out to everybody who stepped in the ring. Shout out to the production. Shout out to everybody behind the scenes. Again, just wanted to come on and yap. I said I was going to post every Sunday, although I had more editing done. I can't be bothered. I'm trying to get this video up because I'm trying to be consistent, and I have shit to do. So, without further ado, if you enjoyed, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to grow. Please help me grow. Let's grow together. Anyways, if you enjoyed, peace. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Peace.